Good morning from cloudy, rainy Perth. Although I think the rain is done. I think we're done with the rain. To the point that I hope to be able later today to go hit some balls. I'm hoping the courts will dry up. I can see the road already kind of dry. So there are good hopes that the tennis court are gonna be dry. And that's the plan for Sunday. So let's recap the situation here. Yesterday I had a little bit of refactoring, but I also did a couple of things that I was pretty curious about. The first thing, I really wanted to see how quick I could run headless match. What I mean for headless, I mean basically if I want to simulate a match between two AI without graphics as quickly as possible on one processor, obviously on one processor, how fast I can get that match completely simulated. And the results were very promising. In release mode, it takes 0.4 seconds to complete a match. And that's very exciting because, you know, I'm starting to move into a direction where I really want to try to get a feel of how something like a tournament could feel. And in order to get that, I like the idea that for the tournament, we can actually, for the other matches, we can actually have like a full simulation. That means that eventually the players that are better are actually going to win those matches. So the players that advance through the tournament are actually the one that happen to have the best shots and the best tactics and so on. So that's promising. Can imagine that, let's say half a second, let's say that the simulation is going to get a little bit more complex than what we have now. So I'm hoping that half a second for a match, it's a very reasonable time on one process, right? So it means that I could run like 4 or 5 or 6 matches in parallel. So that means that you're going to get the result of a tournament very quickly. Because you can imagine a situation where, let's say you get eliminated on the first round. We still want to simulate the entire tournament. We still want to be able to get those results. And something else that I'm thinking about that it's a potential, and I think it could be interesting. It's really like a kind of football manager thing where I can simulate a match in half a second, but you could potentially access the entire replay of that match, or we could generate some kind of highlights from that match automatically. And I think that's something that's really important for this game, because we want to get the player to get this feel to be part of a world that works even if the player is not there. Even if the player is eliminated, you can go there and check the result of the tournament where you were eliminated. And potentially you can go and watch the replay of the entire match. That could be really, really interesting. So that was one progression. The other progression is that I have now a system to generate players. So now when I start, I can actually choose my opponent, and I get this tentative rating here, which is like a reflection of a kind of average of what kind of skills they have. So I generated like randomly 32 players, right? With different ratings. And the idea today, so what we're going to do today, so let's go to our to-do. So the idea for today, so training UI for next target, we kind of did it, right? So what we want to do today is to have a UI to edit player skills in game, right? So what does it mean? It means that basically what we want to have is, while we're playing, we want to be able to, first of all, see the various skills of a player, and also be able to change them real time. The idea here is trying to understand the effect that this has on the game. We still have a problem there. The AI is too perfect, but we can probably also fix that. But you see where we're going. We're going into the direction where I want to see how much power I have to balance the game, right? Because right now, let's do a quick check. All right. So let's start a random match. The situation right now is that AI is pretty much killing me. So now I am playing. And if nothing changed during the night while I was sleeping, I pretty much have no hopes at the moment. And it's not just a matter of the speed and accuracy of the shots of my opponent, is the fact that the AI is always perfectly positioned to hit the ball. The timing of the AI is always perfect, right? So it's at the moment it's like as strong as it could be, right? So we need to tone down this AI, which luckily my hope is that it shouldn't be that difficult. Right? Something else that I did the other day is you might notice now our opponent kind of have this very colorful attires. These are kind of procedurally generated when it comes to hair color, skin color, clothes, and so on. I don't think that this. So let's choose another player. Let's see how different it will be. They're not that different. They're kind of different, but not that different, right? They seem to inherit a similar palette. I think we broke. All right, I think we broke this material. Is not because we changed. We need to fix this material real quick. Let's do this very quickly. The material lost the double face settings for the skirt, so we were only seeing one side. Actually, white looks so much better. So where are we? So we have some new materials like these accessories. They don't need to be, I don't think they need to be double face. But when it comes especially to this, to the skirt, absolutely double face. Shoes don't need, socks don't need. I don't think the top needs double face. So I think it's really a matter of the skirt, right? Let's try to keep it kid friendly, but yeah. So this is double face. You look at this part of the skirt and where is it? Bottom. Right, if I turn this off, the skirt disappears, right? So let's fix this. All right, that's fixed. Okay. All right, so UI to edit player skills in a game. We're gonna use the EMGUI kind of system here. So what is going to happen is that we're gonna end up with something very similar to this UI inside the game, and it's gonna be some kind of dev mode, right? Actually, let's call it exactly like that, either editor mode or dev mode, right? So let's go to the tennis level and set up exactly that. So set up a variable that tells us if we are is edit mode, right? And obviously we start from false, right? And then make the word love. Thanks a lot for the follow. Maya Stella, hey, how you doing? Tirak, how you doing? How you guys doing? So let's call this toggle edit mode. Edit mode. Right, and we're gonna use E, right, for edit mode. And in our update, we're gonna do this. If self input manager clicked toggle edit mode, self. It's early morning, guys. 8:30 in the morning. My fingers are, and my brain is. Do you think at some point you will get back to racing simulations? I really doubt it. I really doubt it. I might be back to, I might do eventually something that has cars. So I have a couple of ideas of games that involve cars, and it was, and I played with that idea for since I finished Other Generation. So I would say for the last couple of years, I played with that idea. I work on a couple of prototypes of what the idea could be, but definitely not a racing simulation. So that kind of genre for me, it's a little bit, I see where it could be improved. So I'm very unhappy about the level of artificial intelligence that we have, that I have developed. So Assetto Corsa Competizione and the first Assetto Corsa. Assetto Corsa Competizione was a little bit better than the first Assetto Corsa when it comes to the AI, especially in the very, very last update that I did. You know, there were some streams online some years ago, but still, it's still not good. And the problem with that, and that's the only place, the only part of racing simulations right now where I really feel there could be a huge improvement, right? Everything else to me looks like uninteresting because it's kind of a solved problem. I think when it comes to physics, we are at a level where at this point it's just wasting time, right? Any amount of work that goes into the physics, it's a waste of time because the physics is good enough, right? We are at a level where we are very, very close to what is useful in a racing simulation. And improving from where we are means that, you know, that's the problem that we have in racing simulations. Let's do like a very simple explanation of what is the problem, right? Is the diminishing returns, right? So So in an ideal world, like you would like to, how you do this? You would like to say, okay, if this is the amount of effort that I put into, you know, some feature, so how many hours I work on something, what kind of improvement I can get, right? So in an ideal world, let's say that you're close to linear, right? So if I put this amount of work, the game will get better as a response, right? So that's like the ideal situation. The problem that we have in racing simulation, especially when it comes to physics, is that now we are at a stage where the physics is so good that now if I want to improve just a little bit, I need to put like colossal effort into it, right? So let's say that here we are at AC1, right? AC1, right? And let's say that I want to improve, you know, just a little bit from AC1. It means that I need to put like tons of effort because now my return on what could be better is really minimal, right? So now if I double my effort, you know, the code gets incredibly complex and I add like 1 million new parameters and making a car becomes way harder. And the truth is that when you go and drive it, you don't feel it, right? You don't feel it anymore. You don't feel, you know, it's twice as complicated now or twice more refined. You don't feel it anymore, right? And that's the part for me that makes the racing simulation genre at the moment a little bit boring as a developer. Like I don't see, apart from the AI, I think in the AI we're still in a situation where we might have like a huge revolution. Right? Somebody could come up with a different approach and come up with something that is, you know, 10 times better respect to what we have right now. But when it comes to physics, it's not the case. So the physics part is not really interesting for me. And it's really all about scale, right? So making a successful racing game right now is not really about making a good software or anything like that. It's more about, okay, having 300 cars, you know, 100 tracks, and every features that you can possibly have. So it's really about organization and manpower. You know, how much manpower, how much money, you know, how much licenses you put in it. And it's for sure it's something that is very interesting for players. As a developer, I don't see, then it's nothing that drives me, right? It's not my job. Organizing and try to find a way so we can get more graphic people to create more cars at a cheaper price. It's not really something that makes me wake up in the morning and say, yeah, let's go to work, right? It's very boring, right? Indeed, either the AI is too clean or they just send you off the track, no matter in which game. Well, it's very difficult because you're dealing with players that have vast differences in skills, right? So if you're trying to write if you try to write an AI that adjusts with players that don't have a great car control, so that they're very unpredictable, that AI is now too safe for the experienced player, or too slow for the experienced player. So, and if you make the AI better for the experienced player, it becomes really difficult for the unpredictable player, Because you can imagine the fundamental problem when it comes to the AI is that you have these two conflicting AI racing games. You have these two conflicting requirements. You want the AI to attack you, and in order for the AI to attack you, they need to get close to you, very close to you, right? So you want an AI that kind of really stays as close as possible to you, wait for the last moment to get out and attack you. And that's a very difficult problem, and it's a problem also in real life racing, because in real life racing, if you have a driver that start braking 150 meters before the real break point, that's a very dangerous driver also in real life, right? Because if you have somebody really following you and you brake where you're not supposed to brake, the guy behind you is going to hit you, right? And that's what makes it so difficult in racing simulations. And that's why you get so many reports of people saying, the AI hit me. Did it really? Right? Or maybe you brake, 100 meters too early. Or maybe you brake and you started to move, into a line that doesn't belong to you. So it's very difficult to translate player feedback into something that is usable. So it's a problem that I don't have a solution for. All I know is that it needs a different approach. All I know is that the way I did it in Assetto Corsa 1 and ACC is never going to get much better, right? It's as good as it can be, that system, right? I have a feeling that trying to get the AI to run, for example, try to get the AI to run the same physics as the player, it makes the problem too complex. I did some experiments these years where I was trying more like a Gran Turismo style AI, where the AI is not really running the full physics of the player, but they kind of approximate the behavior, but they are moved. It's called kinetically in programming jargon, where basically you are deciding, okay, now the AI is there, right? And this gives you a lot of removes a lot of problems. First of all, you never get the AI. The AI will never make a mistake if you don't want the AI to make a mistake. So right now we have a situation in Assetto Corsa. I remember I had this system that was basically running every car on a couple of tracks automatically. So it was just running Assetto Corsa over and over, and it was doing it accelerated time. I couldn't accelerate the time that much, so I think it was something like 5 times faster than real time, so not much faster. So it will run all night, basically, loading every single car on a couple of tracks, and you will try to go through 3 or 4 laps, I think, because the idea was like out lap, first lap, and in lap. So I would get to test the trajectory to go out, a fast lap, and the trajectory to go in, and at the end it will give me a report of what was the lap times of the cars, and if a car didn't manage to finish a lap, right? But it's insane. It's just insane. And you can imagine that if you go into the other way of doing AI, where you are actually manually putting the car on track, that problem disappears. So your problem becomes okay. So let me tell the other advantage you get. The other advantage that you get is that you can make the AI as fast as you want. So if you want the AI to go 120%, you can. Right? It's very easy to do it. Right? So it's very easy to adjust to lap time, the lap time that you want. What is really difficult, the problem with that kind of AI is that you might get in a situation where the way, for example, the AI car is accelerating out of a corner or braking into a corner, it's something that your car really cannot do. You see what I mean? So the acceleration rate is a little bit different, and a good player will start to notice those things. And I think it's something that you can notice very easily in other games. So something like Gran Turismo, they don't care. The AI is fundamentally not even racing, right? The AI in Gran Turismo, the format is that you start in last position. And so the point is that if you want to win a race, you have to overtake everybody. So the AI is just there to offer you, right, a challenge, but they're not really racing. But yeah, anyway, I could talk about this like for hours and hours. But to come back to your answers, yeah, I don't see myself doing a racing simulation. It's just not exciting at the moment for me. Malonius, how you doing? I'm so well. I'm absolutely well. And also ASR, how you doing? But it's very nice to get some insight from you. Thank you. Usually as a normal person, you don't get this info, how developers think about the situation. Yeah, I mean, it's the problem. The problem is that the interaction between developers and gamers, it can be very difficult, especially as the game becomes more and more popular, because as soon the developer doesn't say yes to everything, then you start to get a huge amount of friction. So you know, and you know, if you go online, you will find traces of me losing my marbles. But it's not really, that's the thing, is like the other big problem, especially in the old times with forums and things like that. Like if I giving you this answer like this, you know, you hear my voice, you see my face, you see that I'm not hungry, I'm just, you know, telling you things. Maybe if you take exactly the same words that I say, and you put it into a text and you post it into a forum, maybe there is somebody that picture me, you know, being super pissed because somebody said something bad about my game, so I got really, really pissed, and I got like, argh. But so it's like, you know, when you reading forum, you're like injecting this behavior to words that probably is not there, probably is not even there, and obviously it's difficult. Like, it's very difficult to stay calm when you get somebody dismissing something that you spend years working on, because they don't understand what they're talking about. That suddenly it's very common that people don't understand because they don't know, right? I don't know about web development because that's not what I do, right? So if I start to talk shit about web development, I am very misinformed. You know, the fact that I open Chrome and go to a website doesn't mean that I understand what web development is. So your name, I came to see what might think of my latest project. And thank you for buying the Miata all those years ago. You mean the real Miata, or the Miata that I had? I had the Miata for very short period of time, less than 1 year, I think. For AC, yeah. Well, that would be Marco. That would be Marco is the guy that goes and grab the licenses at prices that we could afford. Yeah, for definitely. Ah, I see. So we bought it from you. That's what you mean for buying. Right, okay. So you guys made the Miata. Is that the ND? Or is the new one? NA, what was it? The old one or the new one? Just to clarify, is usually to people on Twitch. I'm also live on YouTube, so I'm replying to this conversation is coming from YouTube chat. Maybe you say, "Oh, Stefano is going crazy. He's inventing messages." Was bonus content we had to wait after the Porsche license, right? You can imagine the Porsche license was quite a big deal. It was a big deal at the time. I think, what was the story? I think the Porsche has not been in a racing game for how long? Since Need for Speed got the exclusive license. So I think maybe 10 years or even more. I was beta testing Team 2. Yeah. So it was quite a big deal to get the Porsche. I'm not a Porsche guy, so I'm not. For me, it was work. It was like, all right, okay. So it wasn't a big deal, and it was a very transparent operation for me. Like, I wasn't involved at all, because at the end of the day, I don't think any of the Porsche that we did had any particular physics things that I had to code in. Apart from, I think the thing that I did, that I added for the Porsche was to do, do they have like a Le Mans car? I'm trying to remember if it was Porsche or the Toyota. I don't remember. But for a Le Mans, I think it was the Porsche. And I ended up simulating this vertical fin. This is the only thing that I remember. Writing the physics for the vertical fin. So we can see the fin very well here. So he had this vertical fin here. And the idea is that this vertical fin is adding lateral force when you're cornering. So it's a kind of a stabilizer, but it's also helping a little bit. So that was one of the things that I was involved. But other than that, those kind of operations were mostly Marco and then the graphic guys and Aris. It was the Toyota. It could be. It's one of the two. It's one of the two, either the Toyota or the Porsche. I don't remember which one we did first. But I remember doing the vertical fin code. So here we're doing, if it's in edit mode, we do this window and we call it edit. Let's try to be generic for now. So let's go with editor, player editor. Let's see where we go. All right, let's see. And what we could do, because we have 2 players, so I'm thinking probably we can do probably a tab control, right? UI tab. The problem, I don't remember. Now I don't remember how I did the tab. It's not tab item. Could be tab item. Player 1. It's an editor for me, so I will keep calling player 0 because for me it's makes more sense, right? Create a new tab and return a token if its contents are visible. I used to use this in the editor, but I don't remember. Let me grab 1 second. Let me see if I can look at some old code. Editor UI redesign. I think this could be when I change the tab. So somewhere here. Okay, that's how you do it. Okay, that's how you do it. So let's copy this. Expected 1 argument found 2. Where are we? Do 1 at a time. Okay, so this is good. Okay, so now let's grab this one. All right, that's all good. So the problem was really this. Or failed to resolve unresolved modeling. I am GUI. What are you talking about, dude? Yeah, import it. Right, so now we should see just this window appearing with the tab doing nothing. Right, Control E, and here it is. Right, I'm gonna put it here. So that's player 0. Right. Now, to edit the player, I think it's much better to just do a separate loose function to do this. So we're gonna do player data editor. OEM GUI, right? And we pass in a UI, which is AM GUI UI, and we pass in the player data that we're editing. So the idea is that when this is, so if player 0 is like this, we do player data. Let's call it render player data mGUI, right? And we pass in the UI, and we pass in. Who we pass in? Sim? No. We pass self sim players 0, and we don't have the data. All right, let's make it visible. As usual, when you're making a game, you have these conflicting requirements where from one point of view you want to keep data private. On the other hand, if you want to do an editor, you have to show it. Obviously, one alternative to this would be, instead of giving access to everything, we could move this function into wherever we have the player. This is the nice thing about. So obviously, this function could also become an implementation of player, but I think it's really dirty to have this idea that a player, which is a purely simulation thing here in the game, also has something to do with UI to render it. So I have a feeling that it doesn't really belong there. So we keep it as a loose function. We make it accessible, Bob, and now we're still in trouble. We're still in trouble. We still cannot call it like that. Or we make the entire thing. So we could make this entire thing part of the function, right? So we could do this, right? And the function itself, instead of player data, we might get match either an entire match or players, right? Players, probably players. Players, it's the way to go, I think. Player data. I think this is okay. So now here we can do player 0. Or we can just do it in line here. We don't want to repeat this code. So we can call this players data, right? And then we can have a private function called render player data. Right? And this gets UI. UI and player. All right. Okay. Let's play one. Just to test, right? We print this. We print the name of the player. It's player name 0, player name 1. Okay, so on the call side here, all we have to do is render players data GUI, and we pass in self sim players. Expect a mutable reference to player data. Fuck me. Right. All right. Okay, that does it. Okay, boom. Now we have player 0, Arambenjo, player 2, Nanoka Nakamura. Right, okay. Actually, we could also put the name of the player here. Nothing stop us from doing that. Let's do something. Since I do this all the time, let's create quickly. So implement player data, right? And let's implement a public function full name self, and this is going to be a little bit of lifetime stuff. We are returning. The problem is that we always have to create a string. Yeah, there is no way to... Yeah, I don't like the fact that we are allocating this string. So I'm not gonna do it. So it's a little bit annoying, but I have to do this all the time. So basically here we are allocating a string, so it's the same. It's exactly the same. Oh my god, Jai made me so resistant to this stuff. Let's move on. It's not important. It's just an editor for me. It is really not important. All right. Next, we want to start to do a shot, right? To the property of a shot. So I think I don't think that there is any point in polluting the space. So we can do here render shot skill, right? And we pass again the UI. And then we're passing a shot skill, right? Which is a shot skill. So basically what we're doing here is doing render shot skill. We pass in the UI and we're going like player skills serve. Right? Let's put the text in here to say what shot is that, because we don't know, sadly. So serve. Right? Can put separator. Right? And now we do a slider. And the slider, we need a label, which is going to be so save speed, right? And minimum 0, maximum 1, and the value is shot save speed. Now I'm been debating in my head for a while now about this system. So this shot skill has all these values, and obviously when it comes to editor, it will be nice to, instead of having them like this, to have them in a like a vector of properties, right? Because if I did that, then I will have a much easier time to do this instead of doing it by hand. Next question is, do we want to organize by shot so we could have safe speed? Accuracy safe. Yeah, that's it. Gavin, awesome stream. Thanks a lot for the follow. So we could have like accuracy safe. Could be something like this. It could be a text like safe, right? And then you have speed and accuracy. I think it looks better, right? And then this is, and then one thing that I don't like, I notice right now, but this one I called it with the type first, like the type of shot first, like safe speed and then power speed. And here I did accuracy safe, power safe, accuracy power, which is very wrong. Let's fix it. Let's go safe accuracy, power accuracy, right, and slice accuracy. But then the next thing is going to be that in the player DB, we're saving it as, yeah, we're saving it wrong here. So we will have to also fix that, but I don't want to do it now. Right, so we can have safe and then power. Right, and slice. Come on. Right. All right, let's see how it will look like. So edit, all right, so that's me. And that's my opponent. Oh, my opponent is quite crap, actually. Okay. Okay. Let's also add, so we got the serve. So let's finish this. So serve, then forehand, forehand, and backhand. And we can see that this gets intense very quickly. Okay. So forehand, backhand. That's cool. We can put, together with the name, we can put the rating. Player skills rating. Let me fix this thing 1 second, because the rating right now is giving us a value. I have to do this multiplication by 10 every time. Well, you know, the rating has to be like 1 point something, 2 point something, 3 point something, and so on. That's the idea. So that's how I'm gonna use it all the time. So okay, where's the error here? Argument never used. Yes. Right, so now we have the rating of the player. All right. So that's me, 3.9. Okay, player 1. So we are similar stats. Okay. Let's add also the speed of the player. Let's put it here. UI slider speed, and we go from the minimum speed. Well, let's put it to a maximum speed of, I don't know. Let's put it 8. Let's see how it feels. It's player skills speed. And also let's check if it works. It should work straight away. All right. So for example, let's make myself really fast. Like woo. Ah. Oh, okay. This IM GUI problem here, where yeah. This is complicated. The way IM GUI works is that it's using the name of the control to know which control you're talking about. So now we will have to waste quite a lot of allocations, because what we have to do is we have to pass in a shot name, right? And now here we will have to do, like, you know, shot name. And this now has to become something like this, format. So I have to do format. Then in the way you do it is you put this thing in a GUI, and then whatever is up after that is not going to be shown. So it's a little bit tacky and confusing if you don't understand what's going on. And suddenly we have to do it for every shot, for every slider. So this becomes accuracy, right, for the shot name. So this become so it gets even worse here, because this becomes speed, power, shot name. This becomes accuracy, power, shot name. It's not great. Same thing here. So we go on with this basically. Slice speed. Right, and now we have to pass in the name of the shot. And the advantage is that we can move this up here now. Yeah, because we know the shot name. But this is safe. And this is the shot name. not great, but it is what it is. At least it should work. So back again. So now if I move my speed, only the speed moves, right? So if I'm becoming like super fast, all right. It's not that the game becomes easier, because I move so fast that it's very difficult to meet the ball and to put myself in position, because it moves so much. All right, so this works. So let's go back to what it was. That was 4, I think. Okay. So if I bang my serve power. Okay, I don't think I have the serve. Do I have the serve connected? Because that didn't feel like... Let me... Okay, let's get the girl serve. So let's go power 0. All right. Okay, so that's power 0. This power 1 is not even close to what it should be. If that's maximum power on the serve, okay, let's go back to us. So if this is maximum power on the serve, we're not even close, right? Yeah, we definitely need more juice. So let's find how we calculate the shot speed. I always forget this. Speed. Okay, so this is for the serve, and obviously for the serve we need way different speeds. Right. So I think the minimum speed is fine, but for the maximum speed, let's go up to 50 meters per second, which is... It's still very low. We're still talking 170 kilometers per hour. So okay for very junior female player, I think. I think it's a reasonable speed to have this one as a maximum serve speed. So let's see how it looks like. Thank you, NVIDIA. Can you go away? Can you go away? Thank you. So let's put both me and our opponent with maximum serve speed. Still not really that powerful. Also, hold on. That didn't look right. No, I don't think it's working. Hold on. I don't think it's working. Ah, because we changed. That's why. I was like, oh, my second serve is faster than my first serve. This is why. Probably the slice serve should be a little bit less than this. That's another thing that I'm not sure, because we have these situations where, and I really don't know how to handle it. But it's like, if I can, okay, I need to get rid of this NVIDIA. Hold on. What is it? Alt Z? Control Alt T? What was it to start the... I need to get rid of it. Is it this? Settings, NVIDIA overlay. All right. So what I was saying is that we are this situation where this is our safe serve, and this is the speed of our safe serve. Now, potentially we could be in a situation where, like, we could be like this. Like, my first serve is slower than my second serve. So either I will need something that makes it that if I practice my second serve, so let's imagine that we are in this situation, right, where my first serve is a little bit faster than my second serve, and then I say, okay, I want to do a training session on my second serve. I level up my second serve. I think my second serve can never, either it needs to be level to my first serve, or if I level my second serve and it goes here, the power should follow, if you see what I mean. That it can never be that these are inverted. Anyway, let's have a look how a first serve full power will look like. It's still not powerful enough. I mean, in a real serve, it is going to, a real first serve should bounce and then hit the wall on the back. And I don't think this one. So let's give our opponent also a mighty first serve. And let's see. And then when she's going to serve, we're going to have a look at where the ball is bouncing. The good news is that the AI can deal with it. So right now the AI can deal with my serve, no problem. Let's see if I can manage to... The AI is very good. And also notice this. This is a code that I wrote. I don't remember if I did it on stream, but you see, notice if I move, look at the eye. The eye is also moving. It's like, you're moving here means you're going wide. So I'm getting ready for it, right? And if I move here, the eye kind of goes more, right? Whoa, that looked out actually. All right, so let's see where our opponent's serve is going. Is it bouncing? No. I have to say this distance looks a little bit big. This looks like really big. Much bigger than what it should be. That's why the ball is not bouncing, but it's quite low. We're serving already. So I have a feeling that we need more. The trace behind the ball is nice for the eye. Usually I hate motion blur, but here it really works. It's absolutely necessary. Right, it's very difficult to understand where the ball is going without that. That's such an essential cue. So definitely looks very arcadish, but it's really needed. Yeah. Also because I remember when first of all, we don't have the shadow to give us a very good idea where the ball is. Like if you do a 2D game with tennis, like I did when I was a kid, the shadow was, more exactly where the ball was on the court, so it was giving a better idea where the ball trajectory. But in this case, it's absolutely needed. Let's go up. Let's go up to 75 meters per second, which is, so we are now at 270 kilometers per hour. That's a little bit too much. Okay. So let's go at something like, okay, a very max 200 kilometers per hour. Right. So that would be 55. So yeah. So I have a feeling that we have a lot of drag and the ball is not really bouncing. Ideally, in some arcade mode, you could have some neon colored border around the ball as well. Yeah. Okay, so oof, wrong key. Yeah, that's what I wanted. So speed the maximum and speed the maximum. All right. I think that's all right. Oh, look at us, 30 love. I wonder if I can ace her. Well, okay, why our second serve is super powerful? I don't get it. Okay, let me try a second serve. Okay, that was a second serve. Come on. Can I ace her? Ah, so close. All right, let's see where her ball is going. Still not bouncing. This is a second serve. Fine. Okay, is almost... Yeah, it's almost getting to the thing. I think it's fine. I think probably the thing that is missing at the moment is the fact that the ball is really bouncing pretty low, and we can probably debug it with this if still works. All right. So that's the trajectory of the ball. That's how it's bouncing. Oh, really? This is where the... Ah, okay, so that's... Okay. Yeah, so it's bouncing a little bit. The bounce is a little bit low. I mean, that's really probably what it is. You would expect higher bounce, probably. Let's tweak that. You know what? We can actually tweak it in the thing that we're doing. Is that I am GUI? Yes, that's correct. Is I am GUI. So hold on. So this is player editor. Is there a ball pressure coefficient? We talk about this in some or other stream. Is not really something. If you're talking about something like how you say, if the ball is new or is not new, I think the difference is not going to be. You either have to overdo it, so the player will see it, or if you do it in a realistic way, it's going to be something that the impossible to notice for the player. Let's have a slider that allows us to tweak the bounce. So we're doing a court data. Let's see if we can change this. So the bounce is going to be from a minimum of, let's put 0 to a maximum of 1. And let's see if I can grab the value. I think I should be able to. Self-sim data, court data, but okay. Court data, bounce, friction. I'm not sure this is the live value that I use. Yeah, it is. So I pass it here in court data. When I call step once, the court data of the ball is shit, is self court data. So I have so it's not that. It's not that. So hold on. All right. So it's not that. So it's the court. So let's make court public. No EGUI for Rust. Well, EGUI is Rust. Is a Rust native thing. The thing is that I tried it. I tried to use it instead of IamGUI, and I didn't love it. I didn't love it, so I ended up using IamGUI. So the live value here really is sim data court. Sim court is very confusing, and then court will have to make the data public. This is a little bit confusing. Probably, since this is only doing this, probably I shouldn't do it. This is a message. I think this is a message for me that I shouldn't do it. I shouldn't do it. So who is using this match data? Why is public? Because if I make this private, what is the problem? We have two things that have the same value, and it becomes confusing which one does something. It's very, very confusing. The entire type court is private. Now, obviously, I cannot do anything with this thing. So, yeah, why not? Why not? Right. I used to play tennis professionally. Wow. Professionally. Then you got fat. I can't relate to the fat part. I can relate to the fat part. I'm not sure friction is what we expect. I'm not sure friction. Yeah, there you go. Friction in this case can go over 1. So it's not the coefficient of friction that we might think about. All right, so let's allow it to go higher. All right. So the question is how much friction, how much bounce we need. So how big is the fuck me? Hold on. How much of a bounce coefficient we need to get the ball to bounce back there? I still have a feeling that this court has too much. I think this is the real problem. And we can actually check that. Right? We can actually have a look at that, because I think I have we can also load the GLB in Blender and measure it. So let's do this. Import GLTF quartz Decker. All right. Now I have to Sorry for my being completely useless blender, but we can see that that's our problem. Measure. So we have. Oh, that's not really that much. Ah, okay. All right. How you do this? Holy shit. Holy shit, I'm so useless in Blender. Where are we? How we can do this? How I pan? Shift pan view. Okay. Oops, pan view. I don't think I will be able to do this. Can I? Oh my god, I'm so useless. How can we do this? Let's do it again. We need to... Can I move this thing? Okay. Yeah, it's almost 6 meters. No, it's even longer. Hold on. I'm so bad at this. Wow, 10 meters. It's at least 10 meters. So it's way, 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 way too big. It's way, way, way too big. And that's the reason why we're not seeing the ball bouncing, right? Because in a real tennis court, I would say maybe 5 meters maximum. Tennis courts. How is that area called? Size outside. What the hell is called? Runoff. So it should be minimum 6 meters. Wow. Okay, so it's not... We're not really that out, right? At 10 meters something. I mean, almost double what it should be. Because it is like minimum 6 meters. All right. All right. That's our answers. Okay. So let's give it a try just for a laugh to see the effect of the bounce coefficient. Right. So now we have bounce of 0.7. Let's raise it. And that's something that it's in my to-do list. Like to right now, the spin that we have on the ball doesn't affect the bounce that much. So yeah, I can immediately notice that the ball is bouncing way more. So these are the kind of values that you change. Whoa, I thought that was out. You change like a very small amount and it makes a huge difference. So the difference now is huge. So. I tried. Oh, got it. So even at this speed, so even at this speed, the looks to me like it's impossible to do any. Hold on, let me ramp up the power on the serve, so we get like max power. Let's see how it feels to get a powerful serve. The first serve, obviously, the second serve is still slow. Moon bowling. All right, can we ace? I don't think we can. There is no way we can ace at the moment. Let me try another one. Oof! That looked like it had potential, but went out. Oof, that was fast. Oh. Yeah, I think we need a little bit more Jaggy boy. I think we need a little bit more angle. Let's debug 1 second where our target is for the serve. Do you use left mouse button or right mouse button for... No, I'm using the game controller, not the mouse. So let's have a look what our targets are. Okay, why is it not showing? Okay, so that's my target. That's my target for a first serve. And how about if I go shorter? Why is not showing the target when I serve? Is it only when I serve? The lettering of the map looks good. Thank you. Thank you. So is it broken only with the serve? Yeah, I broke the... Okay, why I broke this? Target rect. So why this is broken? Target rect. So why is this broken now? I broke it here, I think. Yeah. When did I break this? It was working. Timestamp refactor. Shot enum refactor. Must have been this one. Target rect. There you go. Target rect. Target rect. This is the problem. Right. Okay. So step shots prepare. So we create it here, but we're not using it. There you go. All right, now I can see my target. Right. So what I want is target rect. All right. So when we serve, we don't have a logic for this right now. So let's start by matching on the power. So what we want is, well, I think they're going to be completely different, right? So for the safe, so let's say that for now, let's do safe and slice together. Oh, what the heck? Let's just write the code. And let's see how I can make it a little bit better than what it is, right? It's going to be 3 different targets fundamentally, because for the target that we had, I think are good for second serve. Okay. But for a first serve, we want to go a little bit deeper and wider. So serve side, so this is our base serve position, so the center. So we want it a little bit deeper. Well, not that much, but a little bit deeper. So let's go like this. But the most important part is this one. We want to go way wider. Right? And for now, let's keep our target similar. So basically, our accuracy, we could use the accuracy, how we use here. Yeah. So we could do something similar to what we're doing there, but let's keep the accuracy the same for now. I just want to see if I can manage to ace by having more angle. So this looks correct. When we go for a slice, same thing. We want a little bit more angle. Right, so we don't want to probably go that deep. So that's fine. But we want more angle. And we probably will lose a little bit of lateral directional. All right, let's have a look like this. So let's go at maximum power. And let's hammer down bombs. Okay, that goes more in the corner for sure. So if we can make it, yeah, still the AI still manages to get it. So one thing that we could start to include here, the AI has a reaction time. So let's play 1 second with the reaction time of the AI and see if we can actually get. And we should also see how if the AI can ace us. So let me do a couple of changes. So first of all, let's go to the place where we're doing that edit. Shop, feedback, Windows stats, scores, player editor. Okay, so render player's data. So it's gonna be here. Render player data. Okay. And then we will have something here, separator, and then AI. Now the problem is at the moment AI player as reaction timer. Okay. So I think the problem that we have here is that the AI player has an AI skills and shouldn't be the case. So the AI skills should be part of a player data. So this is quite a big change. AI skill doesn't implement debug or derive debug. What else you need? Okay, then here. All right. Okay, what else? Clone is not satisfied. Let's implement clone and copy at this stage. Okay. What else? Then somewhere here. So instead of being self skills reaction time, this is player skill, player data AI skills reaction time. Right. Okay. Then what? So player data, AI skills. Let's go and implement this default. AI skills. So let's make it public and also implement default for AI skills. And default is going to be 0.15, I think it was. Reaction time, that's fine. Okay, what else? Generators need to create this AI skills default. Okay, so now we have it. So now we can go into the render player data. Now we can go into the AI and do the slider for reaction time. And we go from 0 to 1 second. And it's going to be player AI skills reaction time. Neat. And the other thing that we're going to do, in order to test this, we're going to stop changing the serve. Assign point, checkpoint assignment. No, something in score that changed the server index. So we want to kill this server index change. Invert, here it is. Yeah. Hopefully I remember to turn it off. So basically what is happening is now we are serving all the time, so we can test this thing out. All right, so let's give us maximum speed. Let's start with the player with a reaction time of 0.3. So let's double the reaction time and see if we can ace. Oh, that was close. There it is. That's an ace. That's an ace. All right. Let's see in the middle. Yeah. Ooh, we got it. She got it. Okay. So now we move here and we keep serving. We're trying to make... Thanks a lot, box glitch. Yeah, it's definitely working. Okay, so how low we need to go to make this ace happen? How about 250 reaction time? So 250, I can still ace her. How about 200? Yeah. Okay, let's go back to 150. So does it mean that I could ace all this time and I didn't know? Let's go. It looks like 150 is the spot where I cannot. So it's like such a small balance, like 50 milliseconds difference. We go from being able to ace to not be able to ace anymore. She turned into Andre Agassi, basically. That's 50 milliseconds difference in your reaction time. So difficult to... Here it is. All right, so I can still ace. I need to really like go more angle. Another one. So that's the secret, is really to obviously go wider. There it is. How about in the middle? Yeah, still is. So it's really all about that. So instead of going deep in the middle, where she gets it. Okay, let's have a look how it feels to... Hey Doug, how you doing? Is it pretty me or the game? Let's have a look how it feels to receive it now. So how often the AI can ace me. So let's start with the... So we do the opposite. Did I uncomment the... Yeah. So let's have the AI serving all the time. Right, the court colors. All right. Okay. I'm more happy you say that. All right. So let's go with maximum power and let's see how often she can ace me. Jesus, that comes really fast. Obviously, she's only going for it. Let's get the AI to go for it. Also on the second serve, so we can really test. So somewhere, she decides the speed based on the fact if it is second serve, right? And false, right? So she's always going for it. All right, so let's give her max power. And now she's just raining bombs. Let's see how often she can ace me. Comes really fast. Oof. Okay, that was... I still have this thing where I have a lot of reach with my backhand and feel like I have to explain this. So right now our animation doesn't follow, but I don't want to design the gameplay on the animation. So you will see that, especially on my backhand, sometimes I get the ball even if it looks like I'm nowhere close to the ball. But eventually we will have an animation where she's kind of reaching for the ball. Oof, it comes so fast. I really need to... See, like that, for example. I was also here. Like, I was nowhere close for the animation, but the game is already so difficult that we need to be able to... Ooh. I thought it was out, my ball. Oh my god. Come on. Okay. Let's play 1 second with, since we're here. let's play 1 second with that accuracy situation on the serve. I feel like this is really cool that I can. So how is it? Somewhere. I keep forgetting this. Keep forgetting how I call that function. The fuck is shot data? Right. Shot data. Is this exactly what I was looking for? So that's how it's called, is shot data. I wonder if I should change it into speed accuracy or something like that. Shot quality. All right. So if it is a safe serve, our max speed is 50. So the question is, should be able, if I max up my second serve, should it be able to get to the same speed as the first serve? In other words, should all the speed be consistent? And I think they should. I should have some kind of constant max serve speed, I think. So I have a feeling that we should use this everywhere. So the next question is really the accuracy, what we do with the accuracy. Yeah, the other thing that actually I was looking for is the target, no? Target rect. All right, that's the one. Okay, so we need to modify it with accuracy. Okay, now I remember how it works. All right, okay, so let's do this. All right, so we're going to do something similar to here, right? So we're going to have a constant, or is it a constant? Yeah. So it's going to be mean accuracy rect, right? Size, something like that. The vector 2, right? And it's going to be this 0.7, 1.2. Are interested? Okay, here. There we go. Okay. So that's our minimum accuracy size, right? And our So let's go max. So this is like the best we can do. Right? So the best we can do, let's try with this. I would say this is a reasonable thing, right? And then a minimum, it's going to be something like this. Right? Something like that. Right? And now our accuracy, we can, so since we're using, should we use the same? No, we can change it here a little bit. So minimum accuracy size, lerp, maximum max accuracy size, accuracy. Okay. All right, that sounds reasonable. Let's see what is the effect of that thing. So let's go to server index equal 1 equal server index. So let me get to serve. So what we're going to do now, we're going to see how the accuracy changes my target, right? So maximum accuracy, right? Now my target is very small, you see? It means that I will be probably able to ace a lot. I still need to hit a 100%. Even 100% is still sometimes failing, and we have to understand and debug why that's happening. I need power. So this is like the best serve you can have potentially. Oof. Still can't. So close. Still, like there is a huge. I wonder if I should do that debug system where I get the intended target and the actual target. There you go. Finally an ace. Okay, it took me quite a while considering that in theory that's like maximum level. I'm so tempted to do the slice serve with the lateral Let me see 1 second. Okay, so how good now is my second serve? Because my second serve, accuracy is kind of halfway, and speed is not that good. So how good is my second serve? Oof. So that's okay. I still want that if I don't hit it with a good timing. So that was a 90 and it went out. With halfway accuracy. I mean, still good. I can imagine this game is gonna be endless tweaking of these values. So it's really going to be a lot of work to figure out the impact that every single of those have on the game. So if you want to be safe, basically you serve with your target in the middle like that, and you still miss it. Oof, double fall with an 80, right? So it's still very much punishing, right? Okay, let's go with way more accuracy. Let's see. So I'm serving maximum accuracy. I'm serving in the middle 100% and I missed it. So there is something wrong. There is something wrong, right? That shouldn't happen. That was not a good serve. 80. 90. Ooh. How come that she served? Ah, because the set is over. Let's do it again. Sorry, guys. A lot of repeating the same stuff. But I need to understand. So again, maximum accuracy. And it's just serve in the middle. So 80 and I miss. 80 and I put it in. 80 and it went in. 80 and it went in. 90. 90. 80. 90. 90. All right, that 100. That sounds okay. I'm not doing anything with this second serve. I'm literally just don't want to miss it. So I'm in the middle. So the question, okay, now I have the best possible second serve, right? And I want to start to serve in the middle. Ooh, ace. That was not intended. Okay. Okay, still good percentage. That's okay. And let's go wide. Okay. Okay. The thing is that there is still a chance that the ball will go out if you go deep, right? So you can go like that and there will be, if you hit the 100%, it is going to be in. And that's a decent second serve. So that sounds okay to me. That sounds fine. It sounds like it's working. All right. I'll do a small break for a tea, and so let's get the girls to play. I like the court a little bit more on the side like this. All right, I'll be back in 5 minutes. All right. What are we going to do? So let's do 1 second. A quick check where we are. Like, can we manage to win a game or something if I play? Ah. Okay. 40-50. Sorry, the Savage. I don't have the bot. I should do that. Ah, wrong position. I wanted to go for it, but ah. So in theory, these two characters are pretty balanced when it comes to skills, but the AI is maxed out on my opponent, so I'm getting killed basically. Not really, like 1-1. So okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going 1 second. Involuntary winner. $30.50. Ah. Break point. Ooh, right in the corner. Okay, we lost the serve. 2-1. Let's go. Out. 3-1. Wrong button. I went for a hard second serve. Too near. So we lost the set for one. Okay, let's get some variation in the eye. All good. I'm tracking that you made this game using Rust. That's correct. That's correct, Savage. Correct. Is mockupping real player within budget? No. I don't. Honestly, I don't know, but I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. Wow, so hot. Jesus. So let's try to introduce some variation to the eye. Okay, so the first thing that we're gonna do is aggro. And the other thing that we're gonna do is timing. And distance. So let's call it distance. I don't have a bad spacing, so the ability to get in the right place to hit ball. Okay, so let's say that aggro. So right now aggro is. So let's create a default. So aggro 0.2. So let's go timing 0.5 and spacing 0.5. That's our default. Let's add it to our editor. So we have reaction time, slider, aggro, 0 to 1, mute player AI skills aggro, right, and spacing all right. All right, so the easiest, there was also another one, the timing. So for now, our AI is super primitive, so the aggro is going to be the easiest one to implement, because right now, so let's get our girl to serve. So second serve. So there was like select shot. What was it? Select, choose. I forgot. So this is serving. Step. Choose target, post, and target. Choose target, post, and shot target. Okay. Okay, so that's our aggro. Super simple aggro for now. So, and we invert it. So self, player, data, AI skills aggro, power, iOS safe. That's the easiest one to implement. Then we need to implement some kind of take space and time. So up to here we are in total perfection. Here we select the target. So what we want to introduce, we want to introduce a timing error. So the place where we want to act is basically this one. So this is when basically the AI decides to initiate the swing, right? And right now is always perfect. So it chooses exactly the moment to initiate the swing. In fact, the AI, unless you get the AI to hit it really on the move, it hits 100% every single time. 100% timing every single time. So what we need to do is to add some kind of timing error to this one. But I think the place where we do it is when we start the shot. Here we go. This is, I had some old code to do this. This is copied probably from the Jai version of the game. Okay, so I think what we need is some kind of internal variable that will tell us our timing error. Okay. So let's do it super simple, right? So here we can do pretty much what we're doing here. So let max error, I don't like that there is a minimum error. If the AI is good, is good. And player, so this is player data AI skills timing. Okay. Just make sure it's saturated. Okay, so that's our time. So self timing error. That's it. We don't have to do this. So self timing error is this. Right. And what we do with this, we interesting that timing error no, we have to, okay, so this is the amount of error. Hold on. So we were right before, so let timing error or max error, right? Then self timing error is random float range. We go from minus max error to max error. Okay, so now we have a timing error. And here, swing time plus self timing error. "3D Code Warrior, how you doing?" Okay, that should give us some timing error. In order to debug it, we need to activate 1 second the numbers. You know, when I hit the ball and I get the number 100, blah, 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 90 something. And 3D Code Warrior, thanks a lot for the follow. We need to we need to enable that also for the AI, so we can see what the AI is hitting when it comes to timing. So where was it? I need to remember. There was the invisible trajectory. Where was it? Where are you? I forgot. It's here, isn't it? Right. That's the one. Okay. Shot feedback. Okay, so this is the guy that we need to intervene. Okay. So ether, blah, blah, blah. Here we go. So we need to get rid of this condition, right? So we get both the AI and us to see what they're hitting. So let's get the AI play a little bit with himself. And let's see what is happening. So obviously the serve is still going to be 100% because we only wrote the code for the shots. So 100, 90, 80, right? We are humanizing the AI. 100, but it's the serve. Oof, double fault with a 100. That's not good. 90. So we're starting to see mistakes from the AI. $90. Okay. 60. So right now the AI is not even able to. We didn't see one single rally. It's all mistakes. 90, 100, 100. $90, 100, 80, 80. Okay, that's good. So so right now so let's put my AI with perfect timing, right? So in theory now my AI should be 100% all the time. So 100, 100, 100, 100. Okay, that's really good. $100. So basically now, I think my AI will start to completely dominate. Because my AI is hardly going to make a mistake now. Yeah, the other AI now is going 50 or things like that, so... Kawi Alves, thanks for the follow, man. All right. So we saw that basically now, I think since I changed the thing, my AI is completely dominating the match. I think it won every single point. We are completely dominating. Right? So now let's put 0. Right? So now my AI becomes a disaster. Let's see how bad it can get. So 80. 80. Still 3-0 because we are. Let's see if the other eye can get this match back. Not serving double fault for sure. Come on, Nakamura. $39. $90. $90. $80. $70. $60. All right. We're in 3-1, so she won a game. Now that my eye is making more mistakes. 60. Okay, I want to play. So let's go. So now let's see what happens if I take the same opponent. Right? And so first of all, let's play her with a timing of 0.5 and see what is happening. See if we can hang there and win some games with an AI that doesn't. It's a little bit annoying to play with that number appearing on the AI because I cannot see the ball starting. So it's that's why when the AI plays, I don't have that number. One thing that I don't like, I really like, my forehand doesn't feel like when I go for it, it doesn't feel like it's accelerating that much. Right, 1-0. Let's go. Come on. I don't have overhead. That was just the instinct. Like, I gotta go. Gotta go to the net. 430. 2-0. So even at 0.5 accuracy, the eye is still beating me quite bad. Ah, come on. Can I make one game? I didn't see that ball leaving the racket at all. Okay, come on. 2 points, come on. Double fault, come on. Let's make a game. All right, 3-1. All right, let's put the AI to 0% timing, right? Is this shit? Okay, here, 0% timing. All right, let's go. Too near. Dirty, come on. Set point. Three, 2. Come on. We're fighting. She's definitely making more mistakes. So am I. Come on. Oh, come on. Set points. Double fault. Okay, so she won the set. Okay, let's add more stuff. Okay. So let's add the distance variation. So how are we going to do that? So the distance variation is going to be here. Choose target position and shot target. Okay. So here we are returning, so we're not returning anything. So we are setting our target pose. Okay, so this is the place where we're gonna do the thing. So we're gonna add a mistake, right? An offset to our target position. How are we gonna do this? So max distance, right? And this is going to be saturate 1 minus player data AI skills spacing multiplied by how much we can get this wrong. So let's start by 1. Let's start by this. So now we have the max distance, and then we can do target pose. Can do plus equal back to random float range from minus max distance plus max distance. Okay, and then another one. It's vector 3. All right. And I think that's pretty much it, right? So now the eye is going to have a lateral displacement. Let's give it a try. So let's see how, if we can see it. If I let the eye play, can we start to see the lateral positioning mistake? Right now it hit completely in the middle. Completely in the middle. Come on, girls. Let's get some point going. Okay, slightly too close. Slightly too far. Slightly too close. Okay, that's promising. Let's go with let's make it terrible, right? Let's make it as bad as it can be. Okay, that's way too close. That's too far. We can easily go far enough that she's gonna miss the ball if we exaggerate. Okay, let's give it a try. So let's restart the match. Let's go again. And now, you know, and let's see if we can fight a little bit more. Considering that now her positioning and timing is not perfect anymore. Gordon, thanks a lot for the follow. Oh, that was so good. Too good, girl. Too good. And now you're mine. Oh, she got it. Oh, I thought I was done with that shot. Out, out. What's you? Alright, 1-0 for me. So that's already a good way to start. Come on. One. I played really bad this one. Come on. Come on. Out, out. Ah. See, I completely misread that trajectory. I thought it was way out and it was like in by 3 meters. To 1 down. Come on. I had an illusion in the first game that this was going to go much better than this. Well, out. I tried. 3-1. Let's go. 40-15. Come on. Ah! 40-30. Come on. Three-two. We're in. We're in. We're in the match. We're in the match. Yes. Let's go. No, she got me. I wanted to go on my forehand. I wanted to go on my forehand. She got me so bad. Oh, come on, 4-2. All right. Okay. Hello, what game engine I'm using? I'm not using any engine. It's a custom engine in Rust. Yes. All right. We did a lot of stuff actually. Before I commit, let me just change this thing in the player DB. Player DB. So all the accuracy save, we rename it to save accuracy, right? Okay. And all the accuracy power, we rename it to power accuracy. Right? And all the accuracy slice, we rename it to slice accuracy. Okay. And same things when we load the player DB. Players DB, same thing. So save accuracy, power accuracy, and slice accuracy. All right, does it work? Nope. Power accuracy. Accuracy. What's wrong? This one. All right, okay. We got this. So let's commit some stuff. And make sure that I didn't do anything stupid. So this is the change of name in the accuracy. Okay. So let's say rename accuracy shot to shot accuracy. Okay, moved AI skills to player data. So that's what we did here. Yep. Then here, the rating thing, it's already coming 10, so that's good. Is the most important thing that we did, which is the in-game player data editor. Okay. Then we added team timing and spacing to AI. minor stuff that we don't care about. Just want to make sure I don't commit stupid stuff. Reaction time, we can remove this to do. Then try the aggro. Okay, I think we can commit this. Then we can start to think about the next step. And the next step is going to be improving on this stuff. Because we could, so right now we have this timing that works for every shot. This timing error that the AI can do works for every shot. The aggro element works for every shot. And what we want, if we want to separate this, not probably, for sure, we want to separate this for every single shot. So the direction where we want to go, we want to extract this concept of AI shot skill, right? Where we want to have this here. Not sure it needs to be a public thing, but anyway. And then the idea is that we're going to have serve, which is an AI shot skill. Forehand, AI shot skill. Backhand, AI shot skill. You see where we're going, right? And obviously, this also needs to do this. Okay. And we also need to implement a default for this AI shot skill. Right. And this stuff goes here. Right. And can I just do this? Yeah. Okay. All right. So now we have to start differentiating, right? So let's see one at a time. So for example, for the timing, it depends on what shot we're going to go for. And one of the complex stuff is that we don't know. We don't know yet. So when it comes to timing, so we could try to solve this here, right? But I think this is not the right place to do it, because what is happening is that right now here, we really don't know what shot we're gonna hit next. Now we could calculate it. It's not that difficult to calculate if it's going to be a forehand or a backhand. But the thing is that this is happening, right? And what we can do is we can delay this decision to here, right? And the way to do this is that we're going to go for, we're going to make this timing error an option of a float, right? And then what we're going to do is that this calculation, instead of doing it here, right, we're going to do it here. So when we get into prepare, right, we're going to go timing error is going to be timing error unwrap or no. It's going to be if let some timing error timing error. Hold on, I'm complicating stuff that don't need to be that complicated, because what we can do is simply this. Timing error, if self timing error is none, right? Then we execute this. Right, and now, okay, so the point is that now we know what shot we're gonna hit. Okay, so now we will solve this. Let me fix this one. So because now timing error, we can just unwrap it, right? Because we know it's gonna be there. So now we have to solve this, and this can become a method. So it becomes like this: timing, and we pass in probably the shot kind. So shot prepare. So this is prepare, right? And we pass prepare kind, right? What shot it is. Right, so let's create this function. AI skills. There are too many errors. So implement AI skills, right? And it's going to be timing. It's going to be self, and it's going to be shot kind. And we're going to return an F32. So we're going to match on the shot kind. And return self, serve timing, self forehand timing, self backhand timing. Right. For now, we don't differentiate this stuff based on. No, hold on. Mistake here. So in this case, hold on. This is shot side. So side is shot side forehand. Right. So if it is like this, or if it is a volley on the forehand, we're also going to have the same for the volleys. So side, shot side, forehand. Forehand. And if it is on this side, but for the backhand, okay, that looks really cute. What's wrong here? Function cannot return. Yeah, of course. So let's just do it. So serve is gonna be AI shot skill default. Default and default. All right. So what we were doing, so up there, so the timing we should be okay. So we need to solve the aggro. We need to solve the spacing. What else? And then we need to, and now we, oh my God, this thing is going to become like huge, right? So we're going to do the same thing that we did for the other, right? So we're going to do text serve So here I have basically two options. I either do it this way or I do it with a separate function, but then I will have to pay the price of the allocation for the strings to create those labels. So for now I'm doing it like this. I'm probably going to regret this. It looks like shit, honestly. So if it was a function, would be like AI shot, right? Where we pass the UI and then we pass the shot, which is an AI shot skill, right? And name, just and we get this and we put it here, and then text becomes the name, and then we have to do format like this. Timing, and then spacing, and then this one becomes shot, and shot, right? Yeah, we need to pass it as a like this, and now here we go, AI shot UI immutable player AI skill serve, and we call it serve. Forehand, backhand. Right, so definitely better than this shit here. All right. The infinite recourse warning is nice. Yeah, it's nice, right? Right. Honestly, I don't know. It's whatever Rust Analyzer is using by default. I don't know if it is Clippy or Rust Analyzer by itself. I have no idea. All right, so we did the timing, we did the UI, we were left with these other two. So these other two is choose target pose and shot target. And the problem with this is, do we know which shot we're going to play? Where are we? We are in step. No, we don't know. We don't know. We don't know which shot we're gonna go for. So in order to do this, we need to figure out which shot we're gonna do. Now, at a certain point, step shot prepare, I think. So let's see how we do that decision. So how we take the decision, where we take the decision on which shot it is. Shot, I think it's here. Yeah, this is the logic. Project lateral offset, blah, blah. And I have a feeling that this should really be this should probably a member of player. Right, so this stuff should be let shot type should be self next shot, and it's not type, it's kind. Next shot kind project next shot kind, right? And we pass in the ball. Yeah, that makes sense to me. We pass in the ball. So that's what this should be, right? So we grab this and we implemented this function. And we're returning a shot kind. All right. So, okay. So we return this. There was a thing that I was actually checking if it was a volley. All right, blah, 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 blah. Power request. It's annoying that I have to pass in the power request. You know what a power request is. Let me add that to do. Predict volley. I have a feeling that basic will never predict the volley here. Predicting a volley should be really easy. Okay. So why we did this? And the reason why we did this requests. Okay. So the reason why we did this is because now down here, when it's time to choose our aggro, now we can go and do like, okay, so next shot kind is going to be player, next shot kind, and we pass the ball. I really don't like that we have to pass that. So the ball doesn't have to be mutable. We might probably have a variation of this guy where it's like project next shot side, right? Where we only pass these two, and instead of a shot kind, we return a shot side. Right? Where basically we're doing this. Right? And then we're doing this. That means that here we can just do this now. Okay, so this becomes completely useless. So this is useless. Okay. So this is what we really want. Now, the problem is that here, so it's going to be shot side. Right? And then down here we create a shot kind. Shot kind. And it's going to be, for now, yeah, see, this is the logic to choose the volley. Right. And powers power request. All right. Set next shot side. Cool. Okay, so this goes here, the to do predict volley. Okay, so let me, do I have the to do there? No, let's go. All right, so now here, where was the aggro? All right, so now it's a side, next shot side. Right. Okay, and now we can do aggro. Aggro is if we match on the next shot side, and if it's a forehand, we go like player data AI skill forehand aggro, and if it is backhand, player data AI skills backhand aggro. Easy. Okay, and it's usual to do volleys, right? If we want to have a different aggro for the volleys. Okay, that sounds reasonable. Next is going to be the spacing. So for the spacing, I wonder if it's really something that, do we want that amount of, I think we do. I think we want that amount. All right. So basically similar code to this one. So let's grab this, put it out so we know what the next shot is going to be, because we're going to have to do this thing, right? And so let spacing is another match on next shot side. This forehand is player data AI skills forehand spacing. Player data AI skills backhand spacing. Cool. All right. That builds and works. Well, it builds. Whether or not it works is another matter. Let's go to our player generator and let's get our create player to actually create the AI abilities. One thing that I want to do with this create player, right now I'm telling what the average level should be. I think it would be interesting to add a variation. Because right now our variation is 0.1 all the time, but we can have it like this. Right, and this really should be saturate. No, it's not saturate. Yeah, should be saturate. Okay, so also our shot skill function should have a variation. Variation F32 goes here. Right, and because we have a variation, let's saturate everything. So we are sure that everything is in the 0-1 range. Oops. I mean, hold on. Can you turn on your brain, you moron? All right. What else? Okay. So create players, we pass in the variation. Okay. That means that at the color side, we will have to pass in this variation. So let's create a little bit more variation, 0303. So we'll get, it's a lot of variation actually. But I think it's cool. I think it's cool. What else? So that's okay. So now let's have a look what happened with this. All right. So this girl now is 365. So I'm reading the possible rating of the girl there. 43, 36, 41, 46. So the first 16 have a kind of 4 something rating. And so there is definitely more variation. And then the the one after should go possibly higher. Interesting. They don't really. It's 5, 6. Okay. 5, 4, 7, 5, 2. So right now, this one is supposed to be the strongest. Okay, but we're not generating the AI stuff. Right? So let's generate that. So that's the skills, right? So AI skills is going to be same AI skills. So what do you want from here? So you want a reaction time. Okay. So let's do a reaction time. So the reaction time is going to be something similar to this. Right? So let's say that the worst possible reaction time that we could have for the worst girl in the game is 0.4. Right? And the best possible reaction time is 1.15. All right. And that's our reaction time. Now, when it comes to the skills, we create probably a dedicated thing like we did here, right? So AI shot, how is it called? Serve is an AI shot skill. AI shot skill, right? And it's going to be a mutable self. With a level and a variation, right? And we return an AI shot skill. Okay. So AI shot skill, right? Is min and max. And this is what we're calling for each one of these. Cool. So down here, we do self AI shot skill with level and variation. Okay. And then here, AI skills. Cool. So now we created the AI skills for all the girls. And the other thing that we want to do is we want to change the player data rating function to include also the AI skills. That will make our own rating a little bit complicated. Well, yeah, because we are doing a player rating only. Yeah. I have a feeling that what we should do is also have like AI skill have a function rating. PubFN rating let's return F32. And what it's doing, this one is going to be serve rating plus forehand rating plus backhand rating. Divided by 3. Right. And we need shot skill implementation, implement AI shot skill rating. This is simply going to be, I think, is going to be, so aggro is just a characteristic. It's not something that we can say is good or bad. So it's going to be spacing plus timing divided by 2. Right? That means now we can go into player data and create its own rating. Input player data function rating. We have so many function called rating, right? And this is gonna return self skills rating plus self AI skills rating divided by 2. Right? And when we were calling these right here, we actually really want to call this. Okay, so let's find the worst 3.8, 3.7, 3.4. Okay, let's go 3.4. Where was it? 3.4. Akiko Azuma. Vamos. Can we beat the worst girl in the ranking? Let's go. Okay, I have a feeling, I can feel that she's very aggro. I have a feeling that she's very aggro, isn't she? Player 1. So aggro is way higher than usual. That's the thing, is like this aggro, I don't think aggro should go with a level. I think aggro should really be completely random. So let's stop 1 second. Let's go to where we do the aggro. So AI shot skill. So this aggro really should be from 0 to 1. Right, from 0.05 to 0.8. Right? And let's try again. So she's still 3.4. Not because I was noting that she was just shooting balls like a madman. That was really far. Oof, second surveys. She looks very slow in reacting. Yeah, she's pretty slow in reaction time. I'm making points, you know. we still don't have the thing on the serve, so the serve is still, the logic of the serve is still always the same, and the accuracy is still, oof, she's coming out of this with the serve. Our friend Azuma here. A 1-1. Yeah, she's slow. She's quite slow. Look at that. Oh, she got it out. If I move the ball a little bit, she's struggling. Look at that. So she's definitely either slow movement or slow reaction. 2-1 for me. But she's got this serve, man. It's the second time that she aced me. Move the ball a bit. Move the ball. Yeah. It's cool. It's like I could identify the problems. Out. Come on. 30. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. That's out. You cannot ace me all the time. Let's go. Break point. Let's go 3-1. She's... Ooh. I'm throwing this away. 2-2. I'm really throwing it away. Oh, where did she go? Let's go. 3-2. Is this going to be the first time that we win a set? I have a feeling. We can do this. I feel like I have this. Out, out. Let's go. Let's go. 15-0. Shouldn't have. I shouldn't have. 30-15. Come on. Double fault. Oh, she's giving it to you. Come on. I didn't see the ball. I didn't see the ball. Three. Maybe we're not gonna win the set. Ace. Ace. She's really slow in reaction. Let's go, 4-3. Come on, we can do this. A 15, come on. We're playing a short set, eh? So if I win this game, I win the set. We're playing a short set at 4, so. $15.30. Come on. She's not gonna get it. Set point. Set point. Set point. It's the first set that I win in my own game. Okay, so hey, 0810247. Hello. It's the first set that I win. Okay, so next question is, how am I going to fare with the best girl? So we got the 5-9. There should be a better way to do this. So let's get the 5-9. Kojima. Let's go. So how are we gonna do against this girl? All right. That's I cannot see the ball with that number. For now, it's not going well. Oh, she got it. All right. 1-0 for her. I didn't even make a point. Oh, she's got a very slow first serve, which is weird. So we should definitely fix that. Yeah, very slow first serve. And I bet that her second serve is faster than the first serve. So we should definitely fix that now. But 30 love, I didn't make a single point. There it is. That's the first point. She's hitting 100% all the time. 40-15. Two zero. I feel like I have absolutely no hopes. At least she's giving me some 3 points here. Let's see. Okay, 3 free points. Yeah, she's a little bit too aggro. 2-1. So she completely gave me a game with 4 returns out. She's aggro. Double fault. Two double faults. Okay, it's very interesting. It's like even with this, we still don't have real AI tactics, but you can feel straight away that you're playing a different opponent. It's pretty cool. She's giving me a lot of free points. Look at this. Deuce. Out. There you go. 2-2. So basically she got completely drunk. She went like the first 2 games unplayable. And now she's just giving me points. Got you. Ooh, what a return. I thought it was an ace. She got it back. Out. 30-all. She plays well, but she also makes mistakes. Out. Lots of mistakes. 3-2 for her. I feel like, obviously, I feel my player is out, you know, a little bit outmatched. Like, I don't have weapons, so all I can do is really move the ball, try to resist, and hope that she makes a mistakes. I don't feel like I can do anything to double fault. Lots of mistakes. Dude, that I looked out by a mile. Set point. All right, that's a set. Let's have a look at her data. Let's see if what I felt was actually real. So she's reasonably fast. 4-2. Pretty much. Yeah, a little bit faster than me. So her serve, first serve is very slow. 0-2. Second serve, first serve, they're both, you know, slow. So this is a weird thing here. So she's got a big forehand for the save, also for the power. So she's got a big forehand, but the accuracy is not that good. She's got again big backhand. Again here, her save backhand is more powerful than the power backhand, which is shouldn't happen. So we should fix this. So her reaction time is not really that good. So very aggressive. That's why we're seeing all those mistakes. Like very aggressive. Not that, you know, I mean, timing, so very good spacing. Then aggressive also on the backhand. Good timing, good spacing. Yeah. Very interesting. Very interesting. Let me fix only one thing, and I think I'm done for today. It's been almost 4 hours. I want to fix this, right? So let's do it in 2 steps. So we start by creating this shot. But then we, you know, we do the validation. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to say that the shot power speed, right, is going to be the maximum of shot power speed and shot rebel scam. You rebel scam. Thanks a lot for the follow. For the shot save speed. That makes sense. And I think that's it. That's all the... And also Discordia, thanks a lot for the follow. I think that's pretty much it. I don't think we need to adjust anything else in our procedural creation. Those are really the only 2 values that are kind of dependent on each other and they don't make sense. And I think, as I was saying, this is all also probably going to happen for the player as well. So if you increase your, and this could be like kind of a cheat code, where if you increase your let's say you want to work on your safe shot speed, that means that you will also increase your power speed. But I think it's fine. Probably we could say that if you want to work on speed, you're going to work on both sides, right? And we can have the training. Like if you guys didn't see the training system, so the idea is that you will have a sequence of tournament. So let's say 1 week you play a tournament and 1 week you have a chance to train. And the idea is that you go and select what you want to train on. Like, okay, this week I want to work on let's say the speed of my forehand, right? And then you will go into training mode. And oh, I choose the wrong training mode. And you will go into this kind of training mode where now we have to do a sequence of shots where I need to put the ball in those rectangles with a certain power. Depending on how well I do, I will level up whatever I choose to work on. Wrong target. Shit. So in this case, for example, I played 20 balls, 9 balls good, so 45%. Good. At the end of my training session, I will get my skill up, and I will go and play the tournament, and I will find some of these girls. And the interesting thing is that the way it's going to work is that they're going to train as well, right? So they're also going to work on things. So they evolve with you. So yeah, you have to keep up. I'm pretty happy of the day, I have to say. The game is quite nice to play, although at the moment we're still the game is still, to me, feels a lot like resisting rather than really building something with the points. But you know, we're still early days, so we'll see. All right, thanks a lot, people. It's been 4 hours. Thanks a lot for spending time together, and I will see you next time. Ciao, ciao, ciao.